This is just a quick recording to show what I've been looking at. It's gotten to the point in the project where next sprint I was going to start looking at music applications inside of MIMO, and I had this task, a sprint to go ahead and do some investigation to get ready to do that. So anyway, this is where I'm at with that. I went ahead and I made my first attempt at doing some integration using something called MIDI, which is a music instrument digital interface. So what we're going to see here, I'm going to get into the rave cave where I've got most of my music stuff, my lights and things are set up there. So and what I've got is here we go. I go ahead and I can get to my HUD by pressing 1, and I have a number of things, and you've seen some of this before. I started working on the looper. That's my first approach. So let's click on looper, and you'll see I've got the example of 4 loops. Now what happens is this is Unreal Engine is acting like a keyboard. It's sending commands out to what's known as a digital audio workstation. And I'll show you that in a second, what's going on there. But basically, what we'll have here eventually is basically the same setup if you've ever seen my stuff over in Sansar. This will change up to be just a music application it'll have drums and bass and guitar, and it'll have like 8 different sets of instruments you can choose. So this will morph basically. But I put all 4 of the loops that I wanted to play here just to test in this one underneath this looper tab right now. If I go ahead and hit kick, what you're going to hear is I'm going to click these. You'll see the color of the button change, and you'll hear the instrument. And then I'll click the next one, the next one, the next one, and you'll hear a mix get built up. And it's all in sync, and everything's working because I'm really playing everything through a DAW. I didn't have to write my own fake digital audio workstation or my looper inside of Unreal Engine, because all I'm doing is communicating with an existing one. So let's do a mix here. So there you can hear what's kind of going on. What's really happening is this is Cakewalk, and Cakewalk's a free digital audio workstation. I can do it's, as you can see here, it's actually playing this kick. So it sent a signal to it to play this kick. Now I'm going to turn the kick off from here. So I just turned the kick off. Now, of course, this is screwed up my colors here on my buttons, but I could have stopped that on the button. But basically, what's happening there is, if I say it again, if I click here, you'll see. I really can't show that very well. Maybe I can. Okay, so what we'll see here is if I click on the drum, you will see it'll start something over here. So see how it started the drum, and if I click the bass, it'll start the bass. If I click the bass, it'll turn it off. So So that's it. And this is important. I mean, so right now what I'm doing, again, what I'm doing is I'm sending, the game is sending MIDI signals on the host's PC to whatever's listening for it and trying to catch those signals. And what I did is I set up Cakewalk to catch those signals, and I'm going to create a Cakewalk project inside of their Matrix player, which is their looper, that will match up to the loops in here. And so you could always, I could always swap out if I wanted a different bass loop, for example, real quick. I could, I got, I'm a typical looper guy. I've got thousands, if not tens of thousands of, so I could have picked, well, that's not a good one. Let's do a, I could move a different I could move a different, this may not translate all that well, a different bass loop over the top. And if I play the bass loop, it will be a different bass than we heard before. So basically, what I'm doing there is I'm just creating a surface or a control surface inside of Unreal to play whatever's inside of this, what I set up inside of this Cakewalk. Now, I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not building my own looper, at least to start with. Building my own software to run inside of the game, because the hope here is I'll connect to a couple, three loopers, and then I'm going to try to go to those communities, Cakewalk, which is a very robust community online, and basically try to sell them the game and say, hey, look what you can do, because I set this up. You can have performances inside of my game, the game, the MIMO game, and you can play your using your DAW, using this with loops, and do great things. So that's it. Long ways to go, by the way. I want to say that just in general before I sign off. I have a long ways to go on all this, and the more I get done, the more I think, boy, do I still have a lot of stuff to do. But this is the first integration of digital audio workstations and MIDI inside of Unreal Engine. And this will be a great, once I put this out there and I put it on the Unreal community, we're going to get a lot of attention, I'm sure.